This might be the worst angle I've ever tried to film a YouTube video from. I don't know. Good morning, everyone. I've reached the point in pregnancy where sleep is becoming hard, and it's not really because I'm physically uncomfortable. It's because I wake up just so many times throughout the night to go to the bathroom, and then naturally I found that I've been waking up really early and having a hard time falling back asleep. So usually now in mornings I come in here. This is our spare bedroom, our guest room, and it's been so amazing to have this while I've been pregnant so that I don't have to worry about like waking Nick up or disturbing him while he's still trying to sleep. I also have to take a medication now before I eat breakfast, so usually I'll take that and then hang out in here, go through emails, look at social media, watch YouTube videos, whatever. And I thought today I would just take you on my day, show you what I'm doing, and share some personal thoughts about pregnancy and just feelings I've been having lately throughout this video. I do have physical therapy at 9:30, and I'll probably talk more about that in a different video. So I'm going to hang out in here for a little bit and then eat a really quick breakfast, head to my appointment, and I will see you guys after that. Hey guys, so it's now afternoon. I made a little to-do list for myself last night for today, and I have been checking things off of it like all morning and early afternoon. I'm gonna show you that in a second. It's basically just like chores around the house, and you know, I had physical therapy this morning, and then I have this Zoom class at 5:30. I've been doing a series of childbirth classes and like parenting classes online, and I've learned a lot from those. But before I have that class, there's a couple other things I want to do. I am once again in our guest bedroom, our second bedroom. I'm obsessed with making this room really nice, and we still have to do a ton of stuff. Like we want to paint the walls and we want to fully redecorate in here. The previous owners painted the whole house shades of like blue and green, which is very tranquil and it really fit their style, but I think we want to switch it up a little bit. Until then, however, I knew right when we got this house that I needed to buy a bed for this room because I knew I wanted a place where I can retreat like any time of night or day in my pregnancy. Something that I have not shared yet is that around week 10 in my first trimester, I was diagnosed with sudden onset hypothyroidism, and at first I felt kind of scared, you know, because I have never had thyroid issues in the past, and I had a bunch of thyroid panels done prior to getting pregnant and after my last 2 miscarriages, just to make sure that everything was okay, and it was. So this is something that developed rapidly in this pregnancy. It's actually quite common in women in pregnancy, and it's definitely something that you want to treat with your doctor. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to take any medications during this pregnancy, but that totally changed, and now I am on Synthroid, at least for the duration of the pregnancy, and potentially I might have to take it after. We're gonna have to see what happens with my thyroid hormone once I give birth. When I started taking the Synthroid, I had not a crazy reaction, but I felt very like restless and agitated, and I kind of had this like nervous feeling. It wasn't the same thing as anxiety, but I just felt a bit jittery, and it was really hard for me to sleep. And this was when we were living in our old house, so we didn't have like a spare bedroom, and I would just go out to the couch and kind of watch TV. Luckily, those kind of side effects totally subsided after I adjusted to the medication, which was less than 2 weeks later, and I haven't had any side effects since. I am totally back to my normal self. But once I knew we were moving and I knew we had a spare bedroom, I was like, this is a priority, because I thought there would probably be other things that came up in pregnancy. I don't know when we're going to get around to repainting, but until then, I wanted to make this room as comfortable as possible for myself and also for when we do have guests in the future. You know, we're gonna have my mom staying here, Nick's mom, once we have the baby and all that. I first bought the most comfortable mattress ever. I slept on this exact same mattress at a hotel in Nashville, and I asked the hotel what mattress it was because it was like the best sleep of my life. I also wanted really, really comfortable bedding, so I decided to go with the sheets, the same sheets that we've had in our bedroom. It's literally our only set of sheets, and they are so amazing. They are by the brand Brooklinen, who is the sponsor of today's video. If you guys are interested in checking out their products, they are offering $20 off any order over $100. You can use my code itsblitzzz and click the link in my description box below. Anytime I post photos of our bed all made up on Instagram, so many people ask me where my sheets are from, and they are by Brooklinen. All the sheets in our whole house. I got the Luxe Hardcore bundle for this room. That's also what we have in our bedroom. And I got a second backup set for our bedroom because why not? We use them every day. The Hardcore bundles include a sheet set, extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover. And I picked up a couple of their alternative down pillows for this room. I always go with plain white sheets because I think it looks really clean, but Brooklinen offers over 20 colors and patterns so you can mix and match to find your favorites. All of the sheets are Oeko-Tex certified, which guarantees the product is safe and free from harmful chemicals. So again, if you want to check out their sheets or any of their other products, they also sell like towels and comforters, pillows, all types of things for your home. You can get $20 off any order over $100 by using my code itsblitzzz and clicking on the link below. So this is my little list for today. I just wanted to show you guys because you know I'm such a fan of making lists. I will often just make them in notes on my phone. There's a little icon like at the bottom if you want to do check boxes so you can check all your items off and feel really satisfied that you got them done. The best thing about making a list is that you can make each item like as simple or as complicated as you want, and you still feel like the reward from getting that thing done. So that is my spiel on lists for the 800th time. I am currently burning up and sweating so badly. Something that pregnant women do not talk about enough is that your armpits smell all the time. Like you are sweating all the time, your armpits stink, and I lost my deodorant somehow when we moved, so that's not helping. I did order another one and it's coming soon. Anyways, now that my second bedroom is made up and all clean, I'm gonna go downstairs and get ready to start dinner before this class. By the way, I do understand why some couples who are married sleep in separate bedrooms. I know it's kind of a taboo subject, and I don't think that's something that Nick and I will ever do habitually, but I understand why it makes sense for some people, and I support it. It is about 4 o'clock, 4:10, and I'm about to start prepping dinner before my class later. This is an amazing recipe. I'm making homemade manicotti. I've made it once before and it is absolutely phenomenal. I want to say it's like an intermediate recipe because it is a little bit time consuming to prep, and there is one part that you kind of got to get into the hang of. I will show you guys in this video, but it's still pretty simple and very much worth trying. And I even subbed this gluten-free flour. I did the 1-to-1 Bob's Red Mill last time I made it and it worked perfectly, so I'm going to be doing that again. But you can also use just regular flour like the recipe calls for. I should also mention that this is vegetarian. The first thing you want to do is cut strips of parchment paper. These are about maybe 7 inches wide, and then I fold them down the center and cut them in half so I have a bunch of squares, and these will be used in between your crepe noodles. Once you have a bunch of these cut into squares, you just want to stack them near your workspace. And now I'm going to make the batter for my crepe noodles. For the batter, it's just 4 ingredients: flour, salt, eggs, and milk. All of those measurements will be down below for you guys. And then you wanna whisk that until it's really smooth. This is what the consistency of your batter should look like. And I'm getting ready to make the noodles. This is the part that might take a little bit of practice. I'm starting with just a lightly greased pan. I used a little bit of butter. You don't really need to put more butter in between making the crepes. It should kind of just last throughout. And what you're going to do is scoop a little bit of batter into your pan, spread it into a circle. You can kind of use the pan to tilt it, or you can use a spatula, and you're gonna wait until it sets, put it on your plate, put a piece of parchment paper on top of that, and then make a bunch more. So I have my batter, kind of make it into like a circle, and then spread it out like that. And then I kind of just go over it with my spatula so that it's smooth. I will say the first one, or maybe the first, two, they're kind of a little bit weird as you get the hang of it. And then you become a pro, and it's really easy. Once it's set, you just take your spatula, transfer it to your plate, and then parchment paper over top. And you're ready to do another one. So I'm spreading it out a little bit, just making my circle larger. And once it's set, you can transfer to the plate. And you wanna do this until the batter is gone. This is another view for you guys, so you can just kind of see the process. And you'll know when it's finished, because it's not going to be tacky anymore or wet on top. Even if this is intimidating to you, I think you should try it, because it's really not super hard, and the only way you get better at cooking is by practicing. Here are my finished crepes. I am mixing up the filling for the manicotti. We have ricotta cheese, fresh grated Romano. Always grate your own cheese, you guys. It makes such a big difference. And then 1 egg and some parsley. I'm just gonna mix that up, and then I will begin stuffing them in my casserole dish. I know this will be controversial for the Italian followers, but I am using canned sauce. This is my favorite brand. Of course, you can make your own sauce if you want to, but this is convenient. It saves time, and honestly, it tastes amazing. So we're going with the canned sauce. Do whatever you want to do though. Here is my filling. Here is my crepe. I'm going to take about 2 to 3 tablespoons for each crepe and just spoon that down the center, and then roll them up and place them seam side down into my casserole dish. Here are all of my crepe noodles stuffed and in the pan. I will say the last time I made this, I think I made the noodles or the crepes a bit smaller, so more of them fit in the pan like in a row. You know, again, we're covering it with sauce, doesn't really matter. And I'm just gonna pour the rest of that on top and then spread it with a spatula. I put my manicotti in the fridge. It is 10 minutes before my class starts, so I'm going to log on. We get a break about halfway through the class. It is with a live instructor, and it's usually about 90 minutes. So on the break, I'm going to preheat my oven and then throw my manicotti in so that it should be ready like about the time when the class is up, or maybe a little bit after that.
Welcome back. All right, we're just gonna give another minute or two for everyone joining, and then we're gonna get started.
My manicotti is finished. This is the final product. I grated a bunch of Romano cheese on top and a little bit of Parmesan, let that melt. And then I actually prepped a salad while I was finishing that class. I was just listening and cutting up some like lettuce and stuff in the background. I don't know, is this weird? I think I have like a raspberry thing going on in this pregnancy because I've been eating them every day like unintentionally, and they are so good. I feel like fruit is sometimes good in a salad though, right? So just have some lettuce, cucumbers, raspberries, pumpkin seeds, and I think I'll grate a little bit of Parmesan on top of that. Nick was planning to be home for dinner tonight, so we were gonna eat together, but he's still working, so I'm just going to be eating by myself, and then he will probably eat like whatever time he gets home later. A little grate on the salad. Okay. Oh God, okay. I realized that we need some kind of like salad tongs or salad scoopers. I don't know what they're called. You know, those wood things. Salad spoons, salad fork and spoon. A little bit of extra cheese for good measure. I do feel like the raspberries are a weird combination here, but also not the worst. Gonna do a little bit of oil and vinegar on my salad. A little pinch of salt, pepper. That's it. I usually like to do a candle and make it all romantic and moody, but I have been getting horrible migraines pretty much throughout pregnancy, and I feel like candles might be a trigger. So candleless, but still romantic. Despite the presentation not being quite as good as last time, it is so good. It's just like such a comfort food.
This is the dullest knife. Oh my god, this is the dullest knife that we own.
You did that on purpose.
Beautiful. What?
Yeah.
How would I do that on purpose?
That's your piece.
Naturally.
My beautiful birthday
Rose
cake.
for the birthday girl. Gotta give me the fucking safety knife.
We have ice cream too.
Oh shit, really?
Gelato, if you want some. Vanilla.
Vanilla gelato to go with our bran muffin cake.
This is my birthday cake because I am 34. I am going to eat it upstairs in bed. Also, I just got these little diapers. They're so cute. They came really late. I'm going to talk about those probably on Instagram tomorrow. Baby stuff is super exciting to me. Hannah Lee. Being in bed right now is like the best feeling in my entire life. It just feels so nice. I'm about to turn on some absolute crap TV, eat this cake, and enjoy my life. I'm like way too excited about those little diapers downstairs. And honestly, I've just been so excited about finally getting stuff for the baby, because I really didn't do that for months and months. And now that I'm like 6 months pregnant, I'm finally starting to buy the essentials, and it's so fun and exciting. However, I will say, I was just talking to my friend about this. Some of you guys might remember my friend Angela, who was like my old neighbor, my British friend from Manchester. We talk like every single day still, and I miss her so much. She has a little baby as well, so I've gotten like a lot of helpful advice from her. But anyways, anytime I share anything on social media, like Instagram, if you guys follow me on there, I've been sharing like a bunch of the baby products that I've bought recently. So many people have opinions, and they're all like polarizing. A lot of really supportive women like sending just really kind comments, and then a lot of people saying like, oh, this is not the right thing, like this is not gonna work for you. And it's just so crazy to me that people send these kinds of messages. So I was having this really long conversation with Angela about it. She was basically like, none of us know what the fuck we are doing. Like raising a child, you just kind of figure it out as you go along. Nobody really knows how to do it until they are actually doing it. And obviously everyone is so different, right? But when you post something on social media that is different from how another mother is like raising their child, to some people that's like really triggering, because they feel like they're doing something wrong or whatever, I don't know. But the way she was phrasing it like made a lot of sense to me, because I have never been able to relate to that type of like triggered mentality, or feeling like really competitive in nature with other women, or just like that know-it-all complex, you know? I don't know, I don't feel like that. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I definitely don't as far as parenthood goes. I am just gonna do my best. I think that's what we're all doing. But yeah, I feel like it was like an insightful conversation. I think it's also really hard sometimes to see someone on social media going through like a positive, happy phase in life if you aren't going through something positive in your own life, maybe. Because that also seems to kind of be where some of the like resentment and stuff breeds. But in any case, I feel super happy lately, and I feel genuinely like there are so many women out there who are on my team, and I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you for being there. Thank you for like humoring my baby content and my tiny little cloth diaper content. I want to talk more about some of the other challenges I've had in this pregnancy that have been unexpected, but I don't really think I have time in this video. It's already so long. So I think I'll answer or talk more about that maybe in like a Q&A that I am planning to film next week, or my next vlog or something. I think as somebody who had kind of a rough start to starting a family, and I only mean that by like going through 2 losses, you know? I think it's important to show that you can have a positive pregnancy and like an experience that isn't totally based around fear, even if there are challenges and hard parts, you know? I mean, overall, things are going great. Okay, I have talked enough. I am now turning the TV on. I'm watching the show The Summer I Turned Pretty on Amazon, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not good. It's not good to me. It feels like a teenage show, and yet I can't stop watching. This is how I am. I hope you guys are all having a good night. I will see you all very soon in my next video, and I will talk to you then. Big thank you again to Brooklinen for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to click on the link in my description box below and use my code itsblitzzz for $20 off any order over $100.